Today I'm going to open up this hive and fix up the absolute mess I made last time I was in here. And I also have a new piece of technology here to help me. Well, it's 1800s technology, but it's new to me. So we'll see how the smoker goes. We'll see if we notice any difference in the behaviour of the bees. So let's go and get a veil on and we'll go in and have a look. I've got to do a what? A TikTok? What's that? Yeah, that works. You tell me you don't need a lot of smoke, just a little bit to give them the idea. That's probably going to be in the road of the camera, I'm guessing. That was an empty bar I put in at the last inspection. They're well on their way to building that and filling that up with honey. A load of that. Golden honey. I've just got to work my way up to the place where I messed that bar up, and that's this upside down one. But I'll just see how they go, because I am doing this late in the afternoon. Probably a little bit later than I should be really, but it's still quite warm this afternoon, so I'm hoping the foragers will all still be out and about. There's quite a lot of drones still in here, which is a good sign that things are still going well. And this is what I wanted to show last time, but was unable to. Something that I knew was happening in this hive. Now I have to find her again. Her Majesty has done a runner. If you can see that rather large bee there, my original queen was marked with green on her back. You would have seen her in one of the other videos. And what I wanted to show you in the last video that went not quite right was that it looked like they were going to get rid of the queen, their existing queen, and replace her with a new queen. And that's exactly what they've done. As you can see, this one, she's not marked at all. That's what I wanted to show in the last video, but history will show that that didn't happen. So that's pretty cool. They've requeened, they've replaced their queen. She still had a good brood pattern, but obviously these guys know what they're doing. They obviously thought there was something wrong with her. She needed to be replaced. I was a little concerned they may have been going to swarm. Although at this time of year, because we're just coming into winter, it's probably not a great idea. Yeah, but a few other more experienced beekeepers sort of said that that probably wasn't the case, and that they were probably just going to replace the queen. And you were right. That's exactly what's happened. Now this is the bar that ended up arse up on top of the frames. And they've reattached it now properly all along the bar underneath, but they've also attached it to the side. So I need to try and unattach it, get it out and have a look, and just see how bad it is, whether it can be left in, if it's really built crooked or just generally not how I want it. I can move it up to the end here. The brood will hatch out that's in there, and then the bees will fill that with nectar. Then they won't lay brood. The brood tends to stay down here near the entrance. So. But first, obviously, I need to unattach it and get it out. And I don't want to totally destroy it again. I'll just try and get myself a little more room. These bars are heavy as that are full of honey. Makes them very difficult to just slide along. I think that's just going to break again. This is just going to be problematic, I think, if I don't get it out. There's a fairly large chunk that's sitting right on the bottom. Looks to be in all the wood chips. Yeah. Okay, so I thought I may have been able to just pull that out, but it's not going to work that way. So what do we do? What do we do? I think we're going to have to leave it again. It's very well attached up the top, but then part way down the bar, it's not. The comb's all, it's only attached in a couple of places, and I can see I'll just going to end up separating it. I'm still going to end up with half a thing here. I think I'm going to have to retool and come back and have another go. But while I'm here, I did put two fresh bars up this end to try and give them a bit more room. So these are both empty. I just want to see what they are doing. I'll give them a little bit of smoke. Just give them a whiff. And we'll see what they've done in here since the last inspection. Not a lot of weight on that one. Yeah, they're building comb, which is good. A little bit, not a great lot. It's another comb well on the way to being filled up with honey. Very good. Another brood frame. A lot of these up here are all wonky frames from when I first got started, and if you watch some of the older videos, you'll be able to see that the combs are a bit all over the place for a while, but I think I've got them sort of sorted a lot better now. Different bar design seems to be working really well to keep the comb's a lot straighter, which I'm really happy with. I'll keep checking them, and I still want to do a long-term comparison. But so far, they definitely look a lot straighter on these bars that are just got the little thin slice of timber rather than the V. I think they're a lot better anyway. But we'll see how they go after a bit of time. It looks like they've recovered fairly well from the damage that I did last time I was in there. Unfortunately, I still couldn't get that bar out. It's wedged in there pretty well. I think a lot of the bar has fallen down onto the bottom of the hive, and it's been attached to the bottom of the hive, and I need to get right down the bottom there. Maybe some tongs or a spatula or something, and try and wedge it up off the bottom to try and get that whole one out and move it up the end so I can get rid of it. If you've got any ideas on the best way to get that out, I'd love to hear them. And I'll get in next week, and I'll bring some additional tools, and I'll definitely try and get it out. Apart from that, they're going great. Cool to see a new queen. Sad for the old queen. She was still laying pretty well, and you know, the hive was doing great, but the bees obviously know what they're doing. So yeah, and the smoker, well, I'm not going to make up my mind after one use, or you know, I'll probably use it a few times and interchange it with the water, but so far it does seem to keep them very, very calm, whether that's because they're in fear of their lives, they think their hive's going to burn down, or what it is, whether it just masks my smell. I've heard that it does a lot of different things. Seems to work really well. And I'm happy with this particular smoker. It seems to be very well built. I bought an Australian made one, so I think it's important to support businesses that are here in Australia and making stuff in Australia. And I'm interested to see how it goes long term, but it does seem very well made, and yeah, happy with it so far. I do have a queen marking setup, so I can actually mark the queen with the correct colour for the year. This year it'll be white. So yeah, next week I might try and catch her. I've done one drone so far. I might catch a few more drones and practice painting them so I don't wreck the queen. But yeah, I would like to mark her so I can then know if she's replaced down the track. Yeah, so we might give that a go next time, as well as try and fix that comb up. Yeah, thanks for watching.